Доброго времени суток, друзья, dWayfer на связи. Сегодня продолжим, точнее начнем прохождение второй части истории Rigmor of Cyrodiil Reboot. И в этот раз будем путешествовать по другой провинции, собственно, по Cyrodiilу. Ну что ж, начнем. Надеюсь, все нормально установилось. Ладно. Ага, все отлично. Так, странная записка. Есть важные новости. Как будет время, загляни в горцующую кобылу. Займи нам столик у дверей, там и встретимся, друг. Ну что ж. Поскольку в Скайриме почти делать больше нечего, можно и этим заняться. Прошло уже 4 года с тех пор, как началась вся эпопея с драконами, драконорожденными и прочим сверхъестественным делом.
Я тебя повсюду ищу. Тебе просили кое-что передать лично в руки. Посмотрим. Ну, вроде все. Ладно, мне пора.
Так, и что? Сколько писем. Ладно. Это потом как-нибудь, сначала с таинственным другом надо бы разобраться. Кстати. Так. А то слишком сложно будет, наверное. Вы, по-моему, столиком ошиблись, господин.
Подайте монетку бедному норду, от которого отвернулась удача.
Чтобы ты потом спустил ее в горцующей кобыле? Если тебе нужна еда, то проси ее.
Забудь, что я сказал. Я найду более милосердную душу.
Так я и думала.
Greetings, Dragonborn. You don't know the trouble I've had finding you. Got a letter here for you. Special delivery.
Да неужели? Тендрил Сетри, вор, апостол, посланец, маг, домовладелец, а теперь, значит, курьер. Это сколько же мы не виделись?
Too long, Dragonborn. Too long. I'd say by a whisker, 4 years.
Если тебя отправили на мои поиски, поистине эта доставка должна быть из ряда вон.
For your eyes only, straight from Bruma. Don't suppose you've heard what's been going on in Cyrodiil these last couple of years?
По правде сказать, у меня было множество дел в Скайриме. И с Олстейме немножко.
Not heard from young Rigmor, then?
Ни слова больше. Полагаю, это письмо от нее?
Not this one. Although I do know Rigmor did try to write.
Но мне ничего не приходило, и я так понимаю, что она просто живет своей жизнью.
Yeah, well, the letters never got returned. So it's worth checking out if they're buried at the border post somewhere. You'll have to go there anyway to acquire the pass from the official.
Пограничная застава?
That's why they sent me. You better read this.
Ну-ка.
Dragonborn, if you are reading this, then we have at last managed to find you. You must have heard of the recent events in Cyrodiil, and although some stability has returned, freedom has not. We must speak in private, and certain names have been omitted in this correspondence, but I am sure you know to whom I am referring. She did try to write you, but you could not be located and gave up on ever seeing you again. I don't think she ever got over losing you, but she is fine and well and has moved on. You know her. Never one to sit still. Always looking for trouble if it doesn't find her first. And trouble has found her. Of course she just waves it off, talks tough. And I do realize you have moved on with your life. But I have no choice but to contact you for help. We fear she is in grave danger, Dragonborn. Please come to visit us at our residence so we can talk further. Show the border guards the official pass. Sigyn of Bruma.
Так. И
What is it?
в какое дерьмо она вляпалась на этот раз?
These days, with the border locked down, it's near impossible to get anything through. You must get the official border pass to enter Cyrodiil. If anyone tells you otherwise or offers a way over for coin, be wary of them. Very wary. That's if you decide to respond, of course.
Приму к сведению, но мне нужно все обдумать.
Must be like a blast from the past, right?
Ты виделся с Rigmor в последнее время. Знаешь, как у нее дела?
Yeah, well, all will be revealed, Dragonborn. All will be revealed.
Почему у меня скручивает живот каждый раз, когда ты говоришь это?
Let's see. Foreboding?
Наверное. Да, предчувствие, будто вот-вот случится нечто плохое.
I'm sure it's nothing you can't handle. Must be important, seeing as you ain't had no contact with anyone from back then in a foo. Just keep your weapon in your pocket and try not to whip it out. You'll be fine.
Право, ты шутишь.
Cyrodiil ain't like here. They's all civilized. Got a big thing about it, apparently. But something ain't right. I can feel it in my waterline. There was nothing civilized about what I saw crossing the border.
А что ты видел, Сетри?
Just you make sure you keep a cool head. You'll see.
Что ж, расскажи, что ты делал с момента нашей последней встречи.
Oh, bit of this, bit of that. Still living at the old farmhouse on the lake. I tried renting one of the rooms to make a bit of coin, but they don't stay long. I don't know why.
В голову приходит несколько причин.
As it happens, I'm going on a kind of pilgrimage to Winterhold, to the shrine of my mistress Azura. There's a pretty young thing there has took a bit of a shine to me. Arania, her name is. So I'll be taking my leave and seeing as how far I can get my feet under the table with Missy and Ith and try warming her up a bit. With a bit of luck, I'm hoping to coax her down from the mountain and into my little old farm.
Ну тогда удачи тебе. Рад был увидеться снова, Сетри.
Likewise, Dragonborn. Likewise. It's good to see you too again, my friend. Now then, my part in this is done, and I have a date with Destiny. So until next time, Dragonborn.
Ну что ж. Давно не виделись. Давно. С Rigmor. 4 года. Так. Пограничная застава, значит. Та самая. Надо же, ее отремонтировали, что ли? Последний раз, когда я здесь был с Rigmor, она была в руинах.
Here's another one. What a beauty. Looking across the border, friend. The price is 100 gold.
Мне нужно получить официальный пропуск.
No need for that. Could take hours. A few coin and you'll be over the border in no time.
Это шантаж?
Nah, I'm just trying to do you a favor, friend.
Какие неприятные личности. Ладно.
Sarmenti, my dear, please. I'm trying my best. Hopefully I can get a new appointment somewhere else in the Empire.
Well, your best is not enough. We have been stuck out here for nearly 2 years. How much longer do I have to put with those beasts outside?
Everything is going to be just fine.
The way they look at me, it's only a matter of time. What are you going to do about it? I'm in fear for my life.
Oh, Sarmenti. Oh, who's this? Are you in need of some assistance? What is it? Well met.
Я здесь, чтобы получить официальный пропуск для въезда в Cyrodiil.
Ah, you must be... one moment. Yes, Captain Grimbald of the Bruma Garrison informed us you would probably be coming. No one gets into Cyrodiil without an official pass. This one is signed by the House of Bruma. Be sure to show it to the new Imperial Guards when asked.
Провинциальный пограничный переход. Пограничный пропуск номер 3009. Выдан 4 эра 2005 год. Настоящая бумага удостоверяет, что подателю всего разрешен свободный проход в провинцию Cyrodiil и Империю, и податель всего обязуется соблюдать их законы. Декларация. Собственно, о соблюдении законов. Преданность императору, бла-бла-бла. Подписан для выдачи Сигун из Брумы по доверенности и графини Брумы. Пропуск выдан офицером Стулти Априлис от имени лорда-канцлера Мартина Блэквилла. Угу. Хорошо.
Yes? Well met.
Новая имперская стража.
Have you not heard? A lot of changes have recently occurred in Cyrodiil. The Emperor is very serious on immigration control and is quite ruthless in his implementation of zero tolerance. To not be in possession of an official document can be, how shall we say, fatal?
Эти стражи выглядят как-то несерьезно. Даже предложили открыть ворота за деньги.
Those guards are nothing more than criminal scum and people traffickers. They would wave you through for coin knowing how it would end, like it has for so many others. Those poor souls.
Если хотите, я могу об этом позаботиться.
Let's just say I have seen them letting whole families through the gates, men, women, children, all hoping for a new life, only to end up bloody, frozen rags in the snow. It's quite sad. They are actually meant to be here to turn away the economic migrants and protect me as a diplomatic service. The new Imperial border guards are, shall we say, more robust in their duties, hence the pass. Your friends had good cause to make sure you adhere to the official channels.
А что еще мне нужно знать, прежде чем я уйду?
Cyrodiil is a civilized province. Acts of aggression against any citizen are met with extreme prejudice. In some cases, entire families can be held responsible by the actions of one. As you now officially represent the House of Bruma, need I go on?
Мне кажется, это довольно чрезмерно.
Of course, you can defend yourself, and people do carry weapons in case of the odd renegade or wild animal. But you'll find those inconveniences virtually eradicated apart from the border regions. So please act accordingly to the law. Before you leave, do you require any further assistance?
Мне сказали, что у вас могут быть письма для меня.
Do you know the name of the sender?
Rigmor из Брумы.
One moment. Aha! Here's one. Dated mid-2002, almost 4 years ago. Let me check to see if there's any more in the back room.
Hey, Dragonborn. It's so weird being back in Bruma again. I was trying to figure out how long it had been since me and Mom were taken from our home. Must be about 5 years, but it seems like a lifetime. Things are totally so different now, but Bruma is just how I remembered it. Life within the keep is taking a bit getting used to. The Great Hall is really intimidating and freaks me out. But I'm trying so hard to meet the demands expected of me. As a countess? Yeah, right. Did you know Malisam is here? He's such a total ass. It's my duty to protect the descendants of blah blah blah, and is always totally in my face. At least Через has my back. We've become quite close lately, and I don't know what I would do without her. She's so cool. There's this old guy here called Friathoff, a scholar. He used to tutor the late Countess's daughter, and now tutors me, don't laugh, on etiquette and how to be more ladylike. Whatever. Like Countess Rigmor of Bruma. I still think of you and miss you so much. I know I was way too clingy. I hope that isn't why you haven't come to see me already. I didn't mean those things I said, and I hope you don't hold that against me and come visit me soon. I would really like that. Have to go now. They're calling me to the hall to sort out some dog and chicken thing. A local dispute, as is part of my duties. Don't leave it too long, Dragonborn. It's been too long already. Love always, Rigmor.
3,5 года назад. Да. Есть еще что-нибудь?
Here we go. There's just one more dated early 203. What is it?
Dear Dragonborn, thanks for blanking my last letter. If you can't be bothered to come down to see me, then at least write back. How hard is that? You are so not going to believe this, but the crap has totally hit the fan over here in Cyrodiil. Some badass bandit king has taken the Citadel, and I've been advised by Friathoff and Malisam to declare Bruma a free city. They totally burned and trashed Leowin, and the nobles are all bummed out, calling for a peace treaty as I write. If you try to come over the border, be careful. The whole of Cyrodiil is pretty much in a state of anarchy. Everyone's running around like headless chickens. It's actually quite invigorating, and I'm loving it. Malisam had to sit down due to heart palpitations. He was like, oh. I totally cried laughing. Oh, poor Carice. Although I would feel a lot safer if you were around, how's the dragon thing going? We don't get much news out here, but rumor is you saved the world again, right? Dragonborn, when are you going to come and save me? You said you were going to come get me. Are you letting me go? I'll understand if that's what you want, but you need to let me know. I'm in a kind of limbo with nowhere to turn. If I don't hear from you after you get this letter, I'll know where I stand, but I want you to know I will never forget you, and I will always love you. Rigmor.
Еще есть что-то?
Well met.
Этим письмам несколько лет. Она думает, что ей просто не ответили. Почему они не вернулись?
There's been a lot of changes, especially over these last few years. We received a lot of undelivered correspondence dating back years when we set up this border post. You must remember the last letter was sent during a most unsettling time. The good news is Cyrodiil is experiencing growth and stability since the new administration. More so after the expulsion of the Thalmor and the possible reinstation of the Nine throughout the Empire. I am sure your stay will be most pleasant and enlightening. And there's one more thing. This was left for you too.
Опа.
What is it?
И что дальше?
Are you ready to continue?
Ну да. Только сначала разберусь с этими стражниками.
Ahem. I think I've forgotten something out back. Would you excuse me for a moment?
Конечно, друг мой.
Well, well, well. Look who's back. No pass, huh? Well, for you, the price is just double to 200 gold. Да?
Я думаю, неправильно посылать всех этих людей через границу на смерть.
Are you making some kind of joke?
Нет, правда. Женщины, дети. Вы прям должны собой гордиться.
You got some balls talking to us like that, friend. My advice to you is to turn around and walk back the way you came. After all, a man's gotta make a living.
He ain't moving, fellas. Some folks don't want to listen to good advice.
Maybe he's got shit in his ears, huh?
Or maybe he's just stupid.
Всего лишь 4.
Нужно что-то.
Умирать не труднее, чем жить.
Well, cry me a river.
Я тебе голову сниму. Блядь, я за твою голову! Я тебя убью! Тебе придется поднапрячься! Фус! Руда!
Вот и все. Так, что у вас есть? Отлично, пойдет на продажу. Даже детскую куклу у кого-то отобрали. Сволочи. А куда четвертый-то улетел? Ладно, пес с ним.
Yes?
Хорошо, все готово.
So many raids these days from Red Guard nomad raiders. I'll make an official report and have this mess cleaned up. Please follow me.
Да.
Show the pass to the new Imperial guards on the Cyrodiil side of the border. Keep it safe. You'll need it to travel freely between the provinces. One more thing. Whatever you see down there on the border, please remain calm and remember what I said about who you represent now. Enjoy your stay.
Спасибо. Успехов в службе. Так. Снова Cyrodiil. Да. Ладно, надо двигаться в Бруму. Побеседовать с Сигун, спросить, что да как. Как у них дела? Где Rigmor? Надеюсь, с ней все в порядке. Это должно быть башня белого золота знаменитая. А вот и наш лагерь. Да. Еще одна застава. Не совсем понимаю, зачем. Мне нужно попасть в Брому по официальному делу. У меня есть пропуск.
Let me see. Okay, all seems in order. But I should warn you to keep your weapons sheathed, and any acts of violence will be met with the full force of the law. You may, of course, defend yourself if you are attacked, but those are the rules. Open the gates.
Да?
А вы, смотрю, серьезно подготовленные ребята.
Move along quickly. There's nothing here that concerns you.
А что здесь? Понятно. Что-то нехорошее, видимо, творится в столице, в сердце империи. Ладно. С этим как-нибудь позже разберусь. Вот начинает проступать цивилизация, знаменитая сиродильская цивилизация. Да. А вот и Брума, наверное. Думаю, лучше с утра туда зайти. Где-нибудь передохнуть надо. Ночь переждать. Может, таверна есть? Ну или хотя бы лагерь какой-то на худой конец. Так. Пожалуй, подожду до утра. Да, красивый город.
Welcome to the free city of Bruma.
У меня есть пропуск.
No need for that here, friend.
Мне нужно видеть графиню.
Go through the gate, turn right, and follow the road to the blacksmith. There's a stable there if you need one. Go up some stone steps, the keep is right in front of you. You can't miss it. Welcome to Bruma.
Спасибо. Вот так просто, да?
Нужно что-то.
Спасибо, друг.
Ну, привет.
Да.
Да.
С тобой поторговать можно?
Кто-то зовет мой товар мусором, но для меня это сокровище.
Так. Пожалуй, это все продам. Насколько у тебя деньги позволят. Все, да? Спасибо.
Нужно что-то?
Говоришь, до кузницы и налево?
А?
Да? Нужно что-то?
Это, я полагаю, и есть кузница? Ну да. А кто кузнец? Здесь. Ох ты. Женщина?
Выкладывай.
Ладно, понимаю. Занятой человек. Ой, не туда. И наверх.
Нужно что-то.
Alt, what is your business here?
Мне нужно поговорить с графиней.
You'll be lucky. She's never here. Better off checking the tap and tack.
Guardian General. General.
Прошло много времени с той поры, когда меня так называли, солдат.
I was with you at the Battle of Whiterun, Cassius Legion, wounded in battle.
То были темные времена. Прими мое уважение.
I, General, it was an honor and a privilege to serve under you. But, as my friend says, Milady Rigmor is not within.
На самом деле мне нужно встретиться с Сигун.
Why didn't you say, pass, General?
Спасибо.
It has been 2 weeks since the Emperor requested the Countess's presence at the Imperial City. The Emperor would like to know, no, he demands to know, why the Countess has not made the time to attend. As you can see by my own presence here today, it's absolutely imperative that she does.
I am sorry, Lord Chancellor. I will make sure the Countess learns of the urgency to attend.
One might begin to think the Countess is avoiding her duties to the Empire. One might think Lady Sigun has become the Countess in waiting, while her daughter...
Enough! Lord Chancellor, mind your tone and manners. Please inform the Emperor the Countess will be forthcoming. I shall personally make sure she attends as soon as possible.
Please do. I would hate to have to find and escort her to the palace myself. I think you understand the gravity of this needless situation only too well. You have 1 week from today to comply. Good day, Lady Sigun.
Это что за человек? Керрис, мне было известно, что ты будешь здесь. Конечно, Сигун попросила меня приехать, и вот я здесь.
Lady Sigun is in parley. Come, we can wait in the cabinet room.
How many chickens are we talking about?
That'd be 6 chickens, milady. Worth 6 septims, that is. It ain't my fault, milady. I ain't got no 6 septims. Me auntie, she recently hurt her elbow.
Enough! Jimmy, listen to me carefully. If I hear of your dog again, it will cease to be. Do you understand? Malisam, take 6 septims from the court purse and compensate the plaintiff.
As you wish, my lady.
Портрет. А волосы у нее шикарные, отросли.
Dragonborn, thank the gods you came. How many years now? Well met.
Слишком много. Мне доставили твое письмо, Сигун.
She did write you, you know, but we could never find you.
Как она?
She's fine, you know Rigmor. When we first arrived, it took some time to get used to our new lives. She didn't take too well to living here in the keep. Our old house is now her apartment. I have been left to attend to the more mundane courtly duties, with the help of court advisor Malisam and Master Freyathov.
Guardian, alive and well. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance once again.
Мализам, я смотрю, ты недурно устроился.
I seem to have this preference for cold, wintry places. We feel right at home here, don't we, Keris? Please let me introduce you to Master Freyathov, a scholar and court mage to the Countess.
I have heard so much about you, Guardian. It's good to finally meet you at long last.
Come, let's sit. Help yourselves to refreshments.
А почему Керис не садится? Садись, дорогая. Ну ладно. Пардон.
Well met.
Сигун, что это значит и кто это был такой?
Martin Blackwell, Lord Chancellor to the Emperor.
A very dangerous man, Guardian. He heads a very secretive and powerful spy network. Former Lord Chancellor to Titus Mead II, and now does the bidding of the new dynasty.
Так он поддерживает узурпатора?
His loyalties lie in the sworn oath to protect and serve the imperial throne, no matter whose behind rests upon it. He became bitter after failing to find Titus Mead II, leaving a rather long and bloody trail behind him. He blames the Dark Brotherhood and utterly crushed the underground ring here in Cyrodiil. But he is cruel and devious, and we have good cause to fear him.
И какое же отношение это имеет к Rigmor?
Before he can be coronated, the Emperor needs Rigmor to sign the noble decree.
Yes. Our bandit king is to bestow upon himself the title of Titus Mead the Third. Rigmor has yet to sign it, but to do so, she would have to enter the nest of vipers. I cannot be sure whether they know of Rigmor's true ancestry. If they do, she would be considered a pretender to the imperial throne.
Sathius is a common bandit. Although very powerful, he is no noble. As far as we know, Titus Mead II left no living heir. As the noble houses of Cyrodiil bickered and argued, Sathius took the throne by right of combat. As Titus Mead I took the throne from Thules 200 years ago. Rigmor's ancestral link to Titus Mead I puts her in grave danger if Sathius were to find out.
If all she does is have to sign this document, so be it. But we cannot let her go alone. However much I hate what has happened to Cyrodiil, this bandit king becoming emperor by right of combat, we cannot change that, and don't want to. When the war happened, Zethius sent envoys. We told them Bruma was a free city. We wanted no trouble. I didn't want a repeat of what happened to Leowyn.
It was virtually razed to the ground, half the populace put to the sword in a shining example of the ruthlessness of our new liege. All the nobles, including ourselves, took the chance of amnesty, laid down our arms, and signed the white gold settlement of the year 203 of the Fourth Era. We were left as a free city only until recently. Cepheus now wants us to sign the noble decree as well. Apparently he needs it to legally become part of the Mede dynasty. Rumor is, after all, part of Cyrodiil and the Empire.
Well met.
Этот Сетикус, как его, король разбойников, что насчет него?
Free of all.
He was always causing problems here in Cyrodiil. After the disappearance of Mede II, his bandit army grew so big not even the legions could contain it.
His army would attack and plunder at will. The Imperial Court, in absence of the Emperor, sent for General Quintus Vitalis of the Northern Army. By the time Quintus arrived, it was all but over. Cepheus had marched into the Imperial City with some 5,000 men. Quintus could not cross the bridge.
The Imperial Court surrendered the city. Quintus was sent with the Northern Legion to the Hammerfell border to protect Anvil, effectively stopping Red Guard nomad bandits from the Brenner River area. You see, Guardian, now there is peace in Cyrodiil. What was destroyed is being rebuilt. There are no raids and attacks on the counties anymore. The bandit army became overnight the new Imperial army. Our only concern is Rigmor's welfare.
But by her nobility, Rigmor is now caught up in this ridiculous power play. We just want her to sign the document and return home. But as Jonte says, if they know, she might not return at all, and we cannot risk the chance that they do.
Не волнуйся, я сопровожу Ригмор во дворец. Но где она?
If only I knew. I'll let Jonte fill you in on the current situation with my daughter. I must apologize, Dragonborn. I'm so tired and must retire. Once you've finished here, Через will show you to your room.
Мальзам?
Ah, yes, the errant countess. Rigmor is a law unto herself. I had hoped she might someday take responsibility for her newfound position, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, is it? Really? I'm afraid.
Все еще бунтарь?
You could put it that way, Guardian, but she seems happy when she does grace us with her presence. Of late, she's been spending her time between the Tap and Tack Ale House and the Roxy Inn. The latter is a mile south of this side of Lake Rumar.
Мне хочется надеяться, что она нашла то, что искала.
If she does frequent Bruma, she abodes at her apartment behind the cathedral, 5th house along from the inn in the lower quarter, or the Tap and Tack. You might try there first. Ask about. She keeps unruly company, and of late has been in the company of Count Leowin's son, Robert de Medalius.
Роберт де Медалиус?
After the sacking of Leowin and the murder of the Count and his family, Cepheus placed one of his trusted henchmen in the Count of Leowin's place. Robert is his son. Sigun and I tried to advise Rigmor that he is not of noble character. We had hoped to match her with the Count of Coral's son. And she took absolutely no notice whatsoever, and did as she always does. Her own thing, essentially.
Хорошо. Лучше бы ему хорошо заботиться о ней.
Guardian, as long as she's happy, or as happy as can be considering her traumatic past, we are happy too. However you feel or felt for Rigmor, and I do know you became close, you were, after all, a guardian. Time moves on, but there's something else.
Продолжай.
Ariel Cepheus is a weak emperor. He is not the true power behind the throne. If it were a simple case of escorting Rigmor to the Imperial Court to simply sign the document, I would have sent an escort from the Bruma garrison, which would have sufficed. As you know, as a disciple of my beloved mistress, I have certain privileges and insight, and there is indeed a very real concern Rigmor would be in danger at the court.
Что ты пытаешься сказать мне, Мализам?
We believe Cepheus' wife is a daughter of Cold Harbor.
Rumors are she is 300 years old, yet her skin maintains a likeness akin to that of porcelain.
We believe she is behind Cepheus' rise through the bandit ranks, and ultimately responsible for the usurpation of the Imperial throne.
Дочь Холодной Гавани, говоришь?
Yes, a vampire. My mistress thinks so. As far as we know, she is never seen in daylight at all.
Дети исчезали здесь, в Cyrodiil?
I think Friafoff is better informed to explain further.
There used to be many years ago, but it stopped all of a sudden after the catastrophe.
Continue, Friafoff. It's all right. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Friafoff was tutor to the former Countess of Bruma, Guardian, and can also explain the terrible manner in which the position became available.
Итов?
For many years I had served the former Count and Countess of Bruma, and schooled their only child, a daughter, in the ways of nobility, etiquette, and math. The Countess lost her husband in a riding accident when... I can't bring myself to say her name. One night, Sophia just disappeared. Oh, we searched. I never gave up. But as the weeks turned into months, the poor Countess became withdrawn. She lost the will to live and died of a broken heart. When Milady Rigmor arrived, she told me all about what had befallen her in Skyrim, how you had rescued Sorella, and how a similar thing that happened to Sophia happened to Sorella. That she, too, had bad dreams, heard voices calling her. I wish I'd taken more notice of the poor child. But that you rescued Sorella after an encounter with a coven of witch devils.
Это не принесло им никакой пользы.
After investigating the disappearance of children in Cyrodiil, it stopped altogether about the time the coven was destroyed.
В то же время, что и возвышение разбойничего короля?
Sophia was the last. I fear I must also retire. Recalling this terrible event has taken its toll.
Мы можем ему доверять?
Oh, no doubt at all, Guardian. Rigmor's arrival saved him. They get along very well indeed, and she is rather fond of him. She rarely speaks to me, though, or her mother, if she does come to the castle. She thinks we meddle too much in her life, but she will confide in Friafoff.
Поиск Rigmor внезапно стал более актуальным. Да.
There must be more to this. A dark set of events, Guardian. Something that eludes us. To have such powers of recalling, it all ties into my suspicions, but Cepheus is not an uncommon name. We could, of course, be completely and utterly wrong.
Если все затихло, то куда они делись и почему сейчас остановились?
I'll have to conduct some investigations. Hammerfell would be a good starting point. After all, a brood mother must have a brood, and fledglings cannot help but make a lot of noise. I would advise you to rest for a while. If there are more sinister reasons to what's behind the Imperial throne, it certainly won't be anything to do with a young errant know-it-all. But we can't take the chance they know of her ancestry.
Вы правильно сделали, послав за мной.
Через will show you to your room. I must bid you good night.
Взаимно.
Well met.
Через?
Follow me, Dragonborn. It's so good to see you again. Malasan prefers the college to the keep, but I actually like it here. The college is all I've ever known, mostly. And I still go there sometimes, but the keep feels so much more secure and not ready to fall into the sea.
Это да. Хускарлы.
This way, Dragonborn. This is the Lord's Hall. Malasan and I share the same room in the lower part of the living quarters, along with Friafoff. But we do have a special room reserved for important guests in the upper quarters. Lady Sigun resides here. The rooms are right next to Lady Rigmor's room.
Понятно.
Dragonborn, it's going to be hard for her when she sees you again. Don't think you can just walk back into her life and begin where you left off.
Как она?
She's fine. But lately it's been difficult for her to settle down.
А эта ситуация с Робером?
Why does he concern you?
Керрис, я все еще люблю ее.
Dragonborn, it's been a long time and people move on. She did try to write, and it was hard for her to let you go. She depended on you. She loved you with all her heart. But now she is happy again and is finding her own way, however that way may be. If you really love her, really in your heart, you will accept her how she is now.
Я понимаю, о чем ты, но я не могу так просто это оставить. У нас было нечто особенное.
Rigmor told me she was intimate with you. But you must let her go. And gods forbid you tell anyone. You must never tell anyone. Not Malasam, Sigun, no one. It doesn't work that way anymore. She's nobility, and she is with Bobby now.
Бобби, да?
Yes, Robert. He really is a nice, charming man. He tries. Although she can be a handful, he's good for her. He cares about her. Please don't ruin it.
Посмотрим, посмотрим.
Go to the tap and tack and speak to Colin. He's the barkeeper there. If there are any rumors to be had, he is the one to talk to. He might be able to help you. Failing that, take this key to Rigmor's apartment. If she's not there, you might find some clues as to where she is.
Так. Сделаем небольшой перерывчик. Итак, друзья, продолжим прохождение модификации. Что нам говорит задание? Проверить таверну. Я думаю, часик с дороги все-таки можно отдохнуть. Отлично. Так. Значит, она не живет в крепости. Опрометчиво, опрометчиво. С учетом того, что она пережила и кем является. Должна же хоть немного понимать. Еще и с этим Боббиком связалась. Так, таверна, наверное, это, да? Да. кружка и ложка. Я ищу Rigmor. Мне сказали, что ты можешь помочь.
Rigmor, huh? Saw her about a week ago. She came in here with that Leowin boy. What's his name again? Oh yeah, Robert. There was a bit of a scuffle with some of the locals and his bodyguards.
Телохранителями?
Yeah, he doesn't go anywhere without them. One is a huge ox called Grom, a Nord. The other is a sly little fellow, would knife you in the back without a second thought. They call him Tiny. They told me Lady Rigmor it would be best to leave. She paid for any damage and they left. Haven't seen her since.
Мне хотелось надеяться, что она держится подальше от неприятностей.
That girl? She's a wildcat. Hardly surprising with what she's been through.
Ты ее хорошо знаешь?
Watch the kid grow up. The family was well respected in Bruma. When they took them all away, it was quite a shock. No one heard anything for years. Then just a little after the count fell off his horse, she returned. Deeds, titles, the whole shebang. The whole city turned out. That was a day to remember.
Значит, она не слишком хорошо отнеслась к своей новой роли, да?
She just wanted to be like everyone else. I know recently she moved out of the keep and now stays at her apartment. It's just around the corner. She doesn't go there often though, but it's worth a try. Out the door, fifth house on the left.
Угу. Я погляжу. Спасибо за уделенное время.
My pleasure. Don't forget, if you want to taste some fine ales, this is the place to visit.
Непременно. А что теперь?
Get you anything?
Есть что сказать?
Пятый дом, да? Раз, два, три, четвертый и пятый.
One life ends another. Dead man hanging in the tree. He was waiting for his other three. The wife never cried. Something in the little girl died. Selfish reasons for the wife. Little did she know it was more than one ended life. Little girl sleep. Little lonely girl in deep. Never to awaken to another sunrise. Only then was the wife's errors realized. End one life and end another.
Начала стихи писать.
Not forgotten. Cast adrift in this time, paying for someone else's crime. Make my flesh cry red. Cruel words me said. Make me cry. Make me want to die. But one thing is certain. I will not let fate close the curtain. But you will not break me. I will not let you see. I will defy you to my very last breath, even on the brink of death. I am not forgotten by those I love.
Так. Одежды, конечно, здесь немерено. Еще и рисовала. Да, какие были времена.
Right. Okay. I've never kept a diary before, so here goes. Friathov has encouraged me to do it. Says it'll be good for me. Actually, it's a bit weird, like talking to myself. But now I've moved back into the old house. My apartment. I can finally begin to breathe again. I know Mom's disappointed with me, but she doesn't show it. As for Malisam, he can do one. The keep made me feel suffocated, and after everything I've been through, I just need a little more time to adjust and my own space to do it in. Friathov has been great and understands, and has been really helpful. Curice too, and the poetry and drawings have also helped me focus a lot. I have to move on, start afresh. I have had to come to terms I might never see Dragonborn again. Those first years were especially hard for me. After getting no replies from my letters, I resigned myself to the fact Dragonborn has moved on too. Even now, I wake up in a cold sweat, calling out, "Who is that sitting at the foot of my bed? Is that you? Have you come back for me?" But it's only the shadows. Apparently, it's normal. You create a certain bond. I never knew that feeling before. You would do anything for those that you trust and come to love. You give yourself freely, openly, with no words needed, with just the slightest passing glance you see into someone's soul. The sacrifices you would make in a heartbeat for that person, no questions asked. The sacrifices Dragonborn made for me. To be free and happy. Ties that bind. For eternity. But I have moved on now. And if they think I'm going to marry that Coral kid, they've got another thing coming, and Malisam can shove his protocol up his ass. I only put up with him because of Carice. Malisam's one defining feature in his life was adopting her as a small child. I finally found out what was between them. She's his daughter and protege. Apparently, on a pilgrimage to the shrine of his beloved mistress, he passed a ransacked burning wagon train and came across Carice wandering disoriented in the road, calling for her parents. She was 3 years old. I love Carice. We share something in common. We're sisters. What a shitty, cruel world we have been born into. Oh, and I have first-hand experience of that. But now, I think I've earned myself some slight indulgence and melancholy. Fight hard, play hard, right? As for Bobby, he's actually quite cute. He doesn't try to handle me with kid gloves. He's honest, caring, and likes to party. And I think he understands me. He listens and is agreeable. And he's fun. I'm going to rent a room at the Roxy Inn. It's so more convenient. Bobby can sail up the Nibbin estuary into the lake. I love it there, by the lake. Reminds me of Riften. I'm sure Dragonborn would approve.
О, да. Так, ну, наверное, нехорошо ее дневник брать. Аккуратненько на место. Rigmor, я возвращаюсь из Леовина и скоро буду с тобой. Сниму комнату в Рокси, хорошо? У меня будет не очень много времени, но мы сможем хотя бы повеселиться и выпить. Гром хвастается, будто он сможет тебя перепить, но я, конечно, поставил бы на тебя. Люблю, Бобби. Ага. Значит, в гостинице Рокси, да? Ну что ж. В гостиницу Рокси, так в гостиницу Рокси. Интересно, как она меня встретит? И что это за Бобби? Все-таки. Здесь врата Обливиона тоже остались. 200-летней давности. Так. Надо бы на дорогу выйти, наверное. Уже лучше. А здесь красиво. Имперский город, но мне пока туда пока не надо. Это какая-то ферма, наверное. Ферма некоей Мэгги. А здесь людей нет? Никого? На улице. Ладно. Ага, вот дорога снова. Заплутал слегка. О, какое-то поселение.
Нужно что-то?
В целом ничего интересного. Гостиница должна быть уже недалеко. Так, ага. Уже и указатель есть. Это должны быть знаменитые айлейтские руины. В Скайриме их почти нет. А он великолепен издалека. Приветствую. Неразговорчивый легионер. А вот и ее конь. Привет, старый дружок. Да, я тоже рад тебя видеть.
A few more drinks, and she will be under the table. Lights out. It's over.
Ha! You wish, Grom. I can drink as much as any man.
Careful, Rigmor. We don't want you waking up in a hedge again.
Да? Butt out, Bobby.
Yeah, but Bobby.
Careful, Tiny. Remember who pays your wages.
Come to Grom, little lady.
Hey! Who said I was a lady?
Who's this? What business do you have here?
By the gods.
State your business, good sir, or I'll be forced to...
Bobby, it's okay. This is the Guardian.
Why tell us? This is him?
Please accept my apologies for being so rash. If I had known, Rigmor has told us so much about you, Guardian.
Bobby, you go ahead without me. I'll catch up with you later.
Of course. Guardian, it's a pleasure to meet you at long last. I'm sure the Countess is in safe hands. Come, Grom, Tiny. We have a boat to catch.
Ну, привет. Неплохо выглядишь. Нам надо поговорить.
Okay.
And where the hell have you been? You have no idea how worried I was for you. You promised you would come and visit me, and you leave it all these years and just appear out of nowhere like magic. What is wrong with you? Well, just don't think you can walk back into my life. I've moved on now. Yeah, I have a new life now. I can't believe you left it so long. How did you even find me? You had better not have been going through my things at my apartment.
Ну, вообще-то, мне нужно было найти тебя.
How could you do that? Is nothing sacred? My private things? Oh, the gods, Dragonborn. Why would you do that? Give me one good reason why I don't slap you and walk away.
Мои мысли были только о тебе.
Like, yeah, right. I was only thinking of you. Like after 4 years, Dragonborn. 4 years, and now you turn up like a bad septon. Did my mother send for you?
Да, но подожди.
By the gods. She is so going to regret that. And so, now you're here. What is it? Go on, tell me what finally brings you to Cyrodiil. To take the time to actually bother to see me now.
Она хочет всего лишь убедиться, что ты будешь в безопасности, когда подпишешь благородный декрет.
Safe? I can look after myself. I don't need someone holding my hand to sign some crummy document. I can't believe you would finally come all the way here just for that. After everything we've been through together, you finally turn up for a worthless scrap of paper.
Мне жаль.
Sorry. Not as sorry as I am. Not as sorry as I am at all. Dragonborn, I have missed you so much. I don't know what to do. Why did you not come for me? You promised you would come get me.
Мне казалось, что ты живешь своей жизнью. Только на пограничной заставе мне вручили твои.
Yeah, well, things have changed. As you can see, I'm with Bobby now.
Я уважаю это и не буду вмешиваться.
Being a countess has its drawbacks. I have to have a noble match, you see. Mother and Malisam wanted me to marry the Count of Coral. Ugh, no thanks.
А почему? Что с ним не так?
Way too namby-pamby. I don't spend much time at the castle. I met Bobby here at the Roxy. I love it here. Out of the cold, the lake close by. It reminds me of Riften. I've been renting a room here, away from all that stiff-ass court duties crap thing.
Ты не сильно изменилась, только волосы. Ты точно такая же, какой я тебя помню.
I need to be who I am. Bobby respects that. He's not really a noble in the real sense. He's fun, and it's helped me a lot to adjust to my new life.
Он знает о нас, о наших. Ты понимаешь, о чем я.
Dragonborn, stop it. Of course he doesn't know. Nobody knows.
Но Через знает об этом все.
By the gods, I can't believe she told you she knew. This is so embarrassing. Look, at first I missed you, okay? I needed someone to confide in, and Carice was there for me.
We get along really well and we talk about things, you know, girl things. Well, actually, you wouldn't know. We mustn't talk about this again, okay?
Как скажешь.
But what about you? What have you been doing all this time?
Помнишь тот зов седобородых? Это было только началом моих приключений.
So what do we do now? What's been going on?
Лорд-канцлер дал тебе неделю, чтобы прибыть ко двору императора.
Well, at least that gives us some breathing space. I'll need to change into something more ladylike. How about we go back to Bruma? It's your first time in Cyrodiil, right? I could show you around. Some of the places I knew as a kid. Would you like that?
Было бы прекрасно.
It's so good to see you again, Dragonborn. I know it might feel a little strange with how things have changed, how I have moved on, but it's what I want.
Я просто хочу, чтобы ты была счастлива.
Please don't be disappointed with me.
Разочаровываться никогда. Я могу только гордиться и всегда буду гордиться тобой.
Well, what are you waiting for, Dragonborn? Go on, say it.
Следуй за мной. Тебе нужна моя помощь.
Let's go.
Тебе от меня что-то нужно?
Нужно
Чего ты хочешь?
Let's go back to my apartment first. I'll need to change.
Идем. Ты поведешь. Ладно, я поведу. Так, а побыстрее нельзя? Нет. Видимо, придется пешком. Значит, в Cyrodiil безопасно стало, да? Никаких разбойников, диких животных, монстров, даэдров, в конце концов. Это хорошо, наверное. Так, отсюда на север. А факелы у меня есть? Есть. Ничего не расскажешь об этой местности? Ну ладно, будем считать, что попозже. Очень живописно. Еще одни ворота Обливиона. Или врата. Как кому удобнее. Интересно, а там осталась какая-нибудь магия? Или даэдра поблизости не обитают? Видимо, нет. Все вычистили легионеры. Вот и графство Брума, надо полагать. Начинается. Как в старые добрые времена. По округе Рифтона.
Countess approaches. Open the gate.
Ну что ж, веди. Все еще не хочешь? Все та же бунтарка, что и 4 года назад. Да. А что здесь произошло? Что это за жестокое убийство? Вот мы и у тебя дома. Ладно, я посижу, пока отдохну. Если ты не возражаешь.
Come in.
Make yourself at home. Hey, I need to change. Wait here. I'll be right back.
Хорошо.
So, what about this?
Выглядишь прелестно, как всегда.
I made it myself.
Тогда оно изумительно.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
И довольно откровенно.
We'll have to go to the castle, but hey, check my stuff out.
Какие безделушки.
Did you see my paintings? Neat, huh?
Ну да. У меня не было возможности их рассмотреть. Пришлось искать незваного гостя.
Intruder.
Ну да, того, кто перерыл твой дом.
Oh, har har. Very funny. You see that picture on the left? That's Ren. And those there were my flowers.
Были.
Yeah, they... well, was never good at keeping things, as you know. That one in the middle, I did that for you. It's my broken heart.
Ай-яй-яй.
And those other drawings, I colored those in with pencils. Freethoff recommended I do that. It helped me adjust. Have you met him?
Да, он кажется мудрым стариком. Он ученый, да?
Freethoff is the only reason I go there, apart from picking up stuff and money. Did he mention to you about what happened to the last countess?
Да, и мы обсудили сходство с тем, что случилось с Орелой.
That's so scary, Dragonborn. And that reminds me, I wanted to ask you something.
Продолжай.
Remember when we were walking to Riften that time before the battle? You asked me if I believed in ghosts. Why did you say that?
Мной было найдено тело женщины Редгардки в кровавом троне. Она искала свою дочь.
The gods.
Все, что осталось от ее маленькой девочки, так это ожерелье, которое было возложено мной на тело матери.
Oh my, that's terrible.
Они воссоединились, выглядели как призраки прямо передо мной.
By the gods. Were there any more?
Нет, только они. Может быть, из-за близости душ, связей, я не знаю.
That's so sad. Did you read my diary?
Эй, у тебя есть лютня? Можешь на ней играть?
You really are something, you know. If you were anyone else.
Давай, сыграй мне ту песню.
Dragonborn, come on. Really? Look at my stuff. My pictures, the dress I made, my non-existent flowers that drooped to death. And don't even bother asking me about my goldfish.
У тебя есть золотая рыбка?
Do you really want me to pick that
up and hit you on the head with it? Come on, let's go up to the castle. I have most of my stuff there. And I need to speak to Carice.
Ну, идем. Доспехи Морганы. Она их сохранила. Ладно, пускай тут пока будут. Rigmor, просто забудь. Всему этому есть веская причина. Есть важные вещи, о которых ты узнаешь совсем скоро. Пожалуйста, сосредоточься. Веди. Идешь?
See that? The Cathedral of Akatosh. Isn't it magnificent?
Да.
When I was a little girl, I always dreamed of one day getting married in that cathedral. A beautiful white wedding. Music and bridesmaids and all that, you know, stuff.
У тебя будет прекрасная свадьба, не сомневаюсь.
Fat chance of that. Now I'm nobility. I have to toe the line. Everything is all prearranged.
Ты тянуть лямку не представляю.
Yeah, I'll be lucky to have any say about anything, let alone where I'll get married. It'll probably be in that burned out wreck in Leowin if Bobby can find the time to get off his ass and propose.
Rigmor, ты не обязана. Мы могли бы...
Dragonborn, stop. Please, please don't. It's been too long. They would never allow it.
Да в Обливион их всех.
What? I can't believe you just said that. What is wrong with you?
Я надеру этому Бобби задницу.
Hey, you don't own me, okay? Whatever we had, that's gone. You had better adjust pretty damn quickly, Dragonborn. As if 4 years weren't enough. Get your act together. This is a different side of you I haven't seen before, and I don't like it. Not one bit. If there is danger ahead, I need you to be strong. For both of us. Gods!
Я ничего не могу поделать со своим чувством к тебе.
I know it must be so difficult for you. And if this were anywhere else, I would be in your arms tonight. Don't look so surprised. Of course I still love you. I will always love you with all my heart. But things have changed. I did what you wanted. I forged a new life. A life I so deserved, just like you said. It's not been easy. It's been so difficult for me to fit in, to adjust myself. But but I need to know you understand no matter how we feel about each other. This is what I must do. No, this is what I want. Please don't ruin it for me, Dragonborn. Please don't. Not now. Promise me.
Rigmor, не проси моего обещания.
Promise me, Dragonborn. Please don't hurt Bobby. If anything were to happen to him, I will never forgive you.
Я не стану все портить ради тебя. И я не причиню вреда Бобби. Настолько, насколько возможно, никаких обещаний.
Let's go.
Бобби. Когда-нибудь разберемся и с ним.
Milady Rigmor, General.
Hi, old friend. How's the knee?
Fine, milady. Just fine.
Стрела попала.
Чего ты хочешь? Выкладывай.
Мне бы такое креслице. Да. Здесь никого.
Okay, someone had better explain to me what the hell is going on that's so important the Dragonborn has had to be brought to Bruma. Hey, I'm not mad at you, Freethought. No one tells me anything these days. How am I expected to behave?
Back off, Malisam. I am not going over this.
Что-то пошло не так. Ну-ка, если час подождать. Ага. Это все из-за того, что ночью. Значит, подожду до утра. Где-то так. А, стоп.
Rigmor!
Please calm down, my child. We only have your best interests at heart.
Hey, I'm not mad at you, Freethought. No one tells me anything these days. How am I expected to behave?
Perhaps you could start behaving like a countess is expected to behave. That would be a start.
Back off, Malasam. I am not going over this all over again. And Mother agreed to take care of things.
And if it were not for her, what then? Do you think she enjoys taking responsibility in your absence? No, she endures. She tires. We're all tired of your gallivanting and flaunting with that common bandit boy, that common ruffian.
Here we go again.
How dare you! Might I remind you, the only reason you are here is to protect and serve. Serve being the apt word here, Malasam.
Serve? Yes. And I do. But to protect? You have no idea, do you? None at all, just how much danger your life might be in. And yet you come swaggering in like an arrogant, spoiled brat whenever you feel you can be bothered to grace us with your presence. Look at your mother. She wants only what's best for you, as do we all.
Stop! For the love of the gods, stop it! I can't take any more of this shit!
Драма.
Shall we begin?
Да уж. Кто начнет? Мне с ней поговорить?
Нужно что-то?
Well met.
Well met.
Беги. Неудобно получилось. Так, и что?
Is Lady Sigun all right, Keris?
She's sleeping now. She wants you to carry on without her.
No. Please sit, Keris.
Okay, what's the big deal?
Я снова буду твоим хранителем и защитником.
Then there must be a very good reason, right? Malasam?
As we know, Bruma has been a free city since Cepheus took control. And we have been left alone to do as we wish. All the counts of Cyrodiil signed the noble decree, apart from us. Then, all of a sudden, out of the blue, you, Rigmor, are summoned to the Imperial City because of some minor legal discrepancy. Apparently, according to the Lord Chancellor, your name must be added to the noble decree to fully endorse the coronation. So Cepheus can proclaim himself Titus Mede III. It doesn't feel right, and the Lord Chancellor Martin Blackwell, is a rather slippery fellow, and I don't trust him. As a matter of fact, I don't trust any of them. If they know of your ancestry, that you carry in your veins the blood of Titus Mead I, you would be in peril. All of us would be. You would be seen as a pretender to the Imperial throne by blood.
But you know I don't care about all that. I wouldn't even think of it. I don't want that. We discussed all that already when we first arrived. And again when the Emperor disappeared.
Rigmor, my dear child. You would not have any say in where the events would take you if they knew. But we simply just don't know. We can't allow you to go to the Imperial Palace alone or with a small escort. You would be powerless. The Guardian, however,
is the hero of Whiterun, defeater of Alduin, and Dragon Slayer.
Commander of the city garrison and Guardian Protector to the Countess of Bruma.
You see, Guardian, how Rigmor needs you. We need you, but we must be tactful and play by their rules.
We wouldn't want an unfortunate accident to befall her. Sethius cannot be trusted.
Hey, I'm right here, you know. I don't feel very reassured about all this.
Rigmor, Carice will join you if anything happens. You will be permitted a lady-in-waiting. She will never leave you alone, right up to the point of the Guardian's arrival, to wherever they send you.
Friathof, I'm scared.
Don't be, my child. You have endured much worse situations. But we will be counting on the Guardian.
Спасибо.
Please excuse me. I feel I must retire.
Try not to worry, Rigmor. I will represent you should the time come.
Like Friathof said, I've endured far worse situations. And I have the Dragonborn.
Rigmor, Robert de Medallius will be there with his father, Count Leowin. Please refrain from any uncourtly antics, and remember you're there on official business. You must act accordingly.
Whatever.
Come, Carice, let us retire to... It has been a long day.
Не смотри на меня так. Ты в порядке?
What shall I wear? A dress or keep my armor on?
Это имеет какое-то значение?
I was going to let you decide. But now I don't feel like doing anything.
Пойдем, покажешь мне. Забудь пока обо всем этом.
I don't know.
Позволь проводить тебя в твою комнату. Ты выберешь то, что нужно. То, что захочешь.
Maybe tomorrow. Sorry.
Тогда позволь мне остаться с тобой рядом этой ночью как хранителю.
Would you? I would like that.
Я не позволю ничему случиться с тобой.
I know. Come on. I'll show you to my room here at the keep.
Нужно что-то?
Сколько вас тут? Веди.
hate it here, but I'm so tired now. And after all that, I just don't care anymore.
Я понимаю, но постарайся не волноваться. Я буду здесь, присмотрю за тобой.
Would you mind using the chair next to my bed? I want you close to me tonight.
Если смотреть на тебя, это самое близкое, что я могу.
Dragonborn, please don't. I'm too tired for this right now.
Конечно, спокойных снов.
Good night, Dragonborn.
Что ж, друзья, на этом на сегодня закончим. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Не болейте и до новых встреч.